So hey guys, welcome to my new video. Welcome to Nandish Art Gallery YouTube channel. So in this video I am going to inform you about the shading techniques that we use in our drawing. In order to improve the drawings, we should practice the shading techniques so that the drawing will look very realistic as well as it looks very prettier. So in order to improve the detailing in the drawing, we should use the shading techniques. So now I am going to show you. Here for shading, we can use 2B, 4B, 5B, 6B, 8B and 10B pencil also. There will be various of shading pencils with different darkness in that. But for the practices, we should not use all these these kinds of shades. So just with only a single pencil, anything, it may be any Apsara or Nataraja, any pencil, we can use it for the shading. Okay, and also we can use the mechanical pencil in order to give a very thin shading. And also for the blending, we can use brushes and also the blending stump. So now for the practice purpose, we should not use all this. Just with this only one pencil, I am going to teach you that how we can improve the shadings and how we should practice the shading. Initially, there are two steps that we can use for the shading. So one is from light to dark. So from light shading, we can use till the dark shading, and the second part is dark to light. So from darker shade, we can move on to the lighter shade. Before practicing the shades, you should have to construct like these boxes that will be beneficial for you in order to practice the shadings. Okay, and also you should not hold your pencil at the tip of the light. Okay, you should hold it back, and you should also not hold it perpendicularly. So you should hold it like as in a slant way, so that it enables the smooth shading. Okay, so what happens is this paper will be the rough, right? So the if you zoom the paper looks like this in the zigzag manner, like this. So if you hold the pencil perpendicularly while shading, what happens is, so it also shades this inner part. If you hold the pencil in slant way without holding it in perpendicularly, so what happens is it will facilitates only shading on the upper surface of the paper without shading in the deeper parts of the paper. Now in order to start with the light to dark shading, what you have to do is you should hold the pencil in slant way, and you should not put any pressure, because we are moving from light to dark. So from when you are doing in light, you should not put any pressure. Just from one corner you should start shading, just without any pressure. You should do very smoothly like this. You should not apply any pressure on this. Very peacefully you should have to do this. Okay, this is one block is completed, and we have not applied any pressure on this. So this is the one shade of shading. Okay, next if we move on to the second shade, here lightly we have to darken than the first. Then the first block we should have to dark, but it should not exceed more. Okay, it should not give a sudden changes in the block. Okay, lightly we should put pressure and darken this. Okay, now I am doing this. Should dark that second block than the first block without applying pressure also, and it should give only minimal difference. You should not give very much difference. Okay, should do like this. See, I have done the second block here. It is looking darker than the first block, but it is not much looking darker. Okay, like the same way you should have to do the maximum possible shadings that you can do from using only single pencil, without using other pencils or without using any blending stumps or brushes. You should give the smooth texture for that. Okay, so now I will do and I will show you. Okay, see here, from using only one pencil, I have given the 10 shades from 1 to 10 here. there are 10 gradients of shade that I have done using only one pencil. So like that, if you practice, means these are all the shades, these are all the varieties of shades that we use in drawings, that we use in our drawing. The second way to do is darker to lighter, from D to R, from darker shade to lighter shade. From using this pencil only, you should start doing from your maximum darker limit, and you should till reach the very lighter limit what you can do. So see here also I have pulled from 1 to 10 the maximum shades that I can do here. To improve the shading, for the practice you can use a single box here. So I have taken a single square where I will do a shading of all the possible gradients using in only one box, using this only one box. Okay, from the corner I am starting with the lighter shade. I'll start with the lighter shade the possible, and I'll blend it using this, and I'll go from lighter to darker possible diagonally. By shading, I'll go from lighter possible shading to the darker possible shading that I can do here. Okay. Lighter shade 2 till I reach the darker shade, I have done the shading without applying the pressure near the lighter shading and applying the maximum pressure possible near the darker shading. Here use the multiple layers that you can bring out for improving the shading, and also bringing the gradients in shading. Okay, here I have done darker and I have kept applying the pressure till I reach certain point. Done. Here there is a very darker face where I have applied the maximum possible pressure in order to bring out the maximum darker shade from this pencil. Here I have applied the very minimal shading, minimal pressure in order to bring out the lighter shade. From here to here you should also decrease the pressure gradually. In this video I have shown you that shading techniques that we can use in drawing, and in next video I am going to inform you about the types of shading. There are various types of shading. In that shading I am going to inform you about the main types of shadings that we use in our drawings. Okay, that's it for today. Let's meet very soon in our next video. So till then, keep learning. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.